Master and Dwarven Sword Master, hobgoblins, dwarves, elves, and halflings are some of the characters and terms used in this very complicated and controversial game.
We'll talk about the controversy in a moment, but first, this is...
Feeling brave tonight? How brave? Brave enough to do battle with hideous monsters?
Woo! While the others are jiving and choking, the sewerats are over here cooking and smoking. Episode 2, right in your face, brothers and sisters. How you doing? It is November, and we are here back again, the sewerats. The evil mega corporation shining the radioactive spotlight on truly independent role-playing game content creators out of the basements and into the streets. We got a banger of a show for you today. Sewerat Voltron, assemble. Introduce yourself, Neon Lord.
Hello, I'm Brian. I am the creator of Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland. And yeah, you should know who I am by now, I would assume.
Oh, everybody should know who you are, big shot.
Nah.
All right.
Joey's the one with the award.
Oh, well, excuse me. Yes. Big time now. Mr. Ben Mazzucchelli down there in Philadelphia. How you doing?
What's up, man? Doing great. Super excited for this. Ben Maz, co-creator, Don't Tell Mom and Dad, musician, filmmaker, overall Philly freak. Hello.
Are you into VHS cassettes at all?
No, I don't. I mean, I used to back in the day when I grew up with them and stuff, but then I got DVD and like Blu-ray, and I don't even know. I don't know.
Dead media. Gulp. And then look at him glowing like an angel. Teddy G in the place to be. How you doing, brother?
How you doing? I'm Ted Gilbert. I'm the other co-creator of Don't Tell Mom and Dad. I'm also a co-editor of Lunch Meat, the VHS film zine, and I'm super stoked to be here as always.
Very good. So here's the deal, everybody out there in Spaghetti Land, because it's right after Halloween and right before Thanksgiving, we thought it would make sense that after we talk about some awesome RPG indie stuff to go right into, everybody knows what's right in between Halloween and Thanksgiving, ninjas. So stick around. We're going to talk about some new and old RPG goodness on the indie scene, and then we're going to talk about our favorite pieces of ninja media. Without further ado, the clock is ticking, and we are just mere mortals who could drop dead at any second. Let's jump right into the content.
Jesus.
So Mr. Neon Lord of the Toxic Wasteland.
I thought about something. So everything is like November, right? You got like Movember, like no shave November. Yeah. What about Ninja November? November for the ninjas.
We started a whole new thing.
It's been around for a long time. It's called Ninjavember.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of Ninjavember for longer than Movember. You watch ninja movies during November. Some people call it Ninja November, but I think the preferred is Ninjavember.
I've never heard of this.
I think he's jive talking, but I'm buying into the whole damn thing.
Jamie, look that up.
All right, man. Here we go. Brian, Neon Lord, talk to us about this gem that you have brought to the table tonight in terms of truly independent RPG content.
Okay, I got a little stack here. Hold on, I'm looking this Ninjavember up real quick.
Fact checking in the middle of the show.
No, not a fact check. I've just never heard of it. I'm interested. All right. So my pick for the spotlight of an indie RPG this month is Stay Frosty. It is Quake, Doom, Unreal Tournament, Boomer Shooter RPG. You go around, you shoot bugs and demons and all that good stuff. There's all different types. I mean, what is it? What are we looking at here? 32 pages on the zine size. It's like absolutely nothing to the book, but it's just full of awesome stuff. You can get wicked sick attacks, wonderful defense mechanisms, infections, foobar tables, a snafu table, because everything is the military jargon.
Let me Fred.
Huh?
See a page the inside. You got
Oh
me.
no. Well.
Oh no, what? No.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's nothing special to the spread. It's just your.
Okay. Well, no, there's some cool bugs and shit.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. No, I mean, the art's great. It's got a nice little retro vibe, but it's nothing crazy on the layout.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I like a simple.
No, you gotta have simplicity, right?
Yeah. Sounds sick.
Yeah, so it's got all simple rules, a bunch of vehicles and stuff, but this was like the so from this spawned Slipgate Choke Point, which is like so you need the Stay Frosty to play. This is like a supplement. So this brings new rules for stunts, combat armor, Gibbs, an arsenal brimming with the death-dealing technology, a bestiary heaving with accursed cannon fodder, and a complete adventure, the Flayed Domain.
How fat is that one? Turn that one sideways.
So
that
this
looks a lot bigger.
Yeah, this one's huge. This one is 79 pages, but I honestly don't quote me on this, but I don't think Slipgate Choke Point is made by the same people.
But you need the rules. It's based off of the rules of Stay Frosty.
Yes, Andrew Walter. I probably should have did this before. So Casey, Stay Frosty has a very avid Discord. If you ever jump on, Casey's a nice guy. He's on there. Yeah, Andrew Walter did this. He's a nice guy too. I talk to him every once in a while. But then this one's got your more quintessential like RPG. This was I kickstarted this one.
That's more of a full layout kind of spread.
Yeah, this one's like the real deal. Holyfield got everything you need, and which is really cool. I talked to him about how he made them. Was the floor? You probably can't see it on the floor tiles. Make it look like it's like a Windows 95 first person shooter.
Sick.
Yeah,
that's really cool. What's the character classes in Stay Frosty?
I believe you are a Marine, Space Marine. I think that's it.
So then you just kind of
your loadout.
You customize your loadout and stuff like that. I like that idea. Yeah. That's a good Friday night. Everybody jumps around the table. So, you just get in real quick.
Yeah, so you do have an MOS, which is a military occupied specialty. For all you non-military people. So you could be a cyber, an engineer, an infantry, intel, medical, psyops, special ops, and tension. Okay, yeah, spec ops. That's it. And then you rank up. You got private, sergeant, and lieutenant. Your ranks.
So Stay Frosty is by Casey whom?
Casey Garsky. I'm bad with names, so.
Casey Garsky, and it's under what label?
Garsky Games.
Garsky Games.
This was a print on demand on drive-through.
Okay, so you can find Stay Frosty on drive-through RPG.
Yep, and then we got the Slipgate, and then they also did another adventure is Ectotronics, an adventure module for Slipgate, a 90s first-person shooter hack of the Stay Frosty RPG. Inside, you'll find another full adventure for 3 to 4 rangers, averaging 3rd level, 11 hand-drawn arena maps, 11 new enemies, a top-secret experimental and unethical weapon, all the ectoplasm you can shake your cestus at, and a gutload more. Honestly, I haven't even opened this one yet.
I just like the idea they started out with Stay
Great
Frosty.
description, though. I'm pretty sold on the.
Yeah, no, it's really cool stuff. I know. I don't even remember where I bought this one from. It's one of those. I don't think it was Exalted. I think I actually got it from All the Problems in the World in Berlin.
In Berlin, Germany. Yeah.
Out of the randomest places, I think I bought it off of him.
Yes.
I told you my story about going to sending that guy All the Problems in the World mail at the post office.
Yeah.
So I have very inquisitive postmen at my post office. They're all cool dudes. And this one guy, one of my favorite ones, his name is Chris, older guy. And I come up with a package and he goes, All the Problems in This World, huh? Yep. Berlin, Germany. Sounds about right. I knew that's where they came from. I'm like, come on, I just want to send my mail out here. Let's not get into politics. He's great. So, Chris, I know you're watching. I know you're all watching down there at the USPS and 06385. Thanks for the humor. But you know what I love? I love there's like a nice little digest scene that you can pop out for Mix'em, and then from that blew up into other creators making the thick ones, the thick, slick ones. You know, that's cool.
Thick slicks.
That's what I would just say. Like, that's a really cool, what a great thing to be able to put something together so concise and small, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you have other creators pumping out.
Yeah.
Definitely a testament to the game, to where you've inspired someone to make enough. Yeah, for sure. But Stay Frosty is more on the Aliens sequel to Aliens side of things. Starship Troopers, Aliens. Slipgate Choke Point is the Doom, Quake stuff of it.
Okay.
If that helps.
Sick.
I'm bad at reviews.
Adds a demonic element, like a Satan
Yeah,
demonic.
yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Event Horizon, the video game.
Absolutely. Typical Doom guy. Or what is he now? Doom Slayer, I think the kids call him nowadays.
Player, yeah.
Yeah, he's Doom guy.
What is that?
So the player in Doom, back when it was Doom 1, Doom 2, and all that, when we were kids, he was called Doom Guy.
Yeah.
But now, like, I think it might have been from the reboot, like the Doom reboot game, and then the latest one, he's called Doom Slayer.
Doom Eternal is the newest one. They definitely
Doom
call
Eternal.
Doom Slayer. Now I'll say my son plays that game and it's awesome.
No, I love Doom Eternal. Yeah,
but yeah,
New one. Yeah.
It's
Imagine
still
remember when that
Slayer
stuff
is
first
just
came
fun.
out? How mind blowing that was!
Yes.
Like,
oh my god,
like Wolfenstein 3D when that came out, and then like Doom and Duke Nukem. That's like a whole new realm of video gaming.
Yeah.
Has it, not to get us off on a tangent, but have you all seen the Doom comic book from, like, I'm not sure what year, but 90 when it came out?
No.
You can sort of find it on YouTube, like a page by page, like, reproduction as a video. When I discovered, I went to try to see if I could get it, and it's like, 100
astronomical
plus
prices
on eBay,
really?
Because it is worth a read. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it is like, if you imagine what Doom Guy would be saying if he was narrating the entire, like, trek through that,
awesome.
Demon dungeon.
Yeah,
that's what the comic is, and it kind of rules.
I had the novelizations.
Me too.
Those were sick.
Paperback.
Yeah,
I used to bring to school and like read it in study hall.
Yep.
And I also had a Mad Magazine episode. Like, there was one issue of Mad Magazine that had a whole Doom section, and it was like a comic book, and it was like playing Doom, but you were a kid in like elementary school, and you were, like, janitors, and like I remember being young and like reading that section like over and over, and be like, this is the coolest, and like your kid gets more and more like, covered in boogers and like stuff like that. I think
excellent.
It was
yeah. And then I got a shout out real quick to Father Goose in the chat, if he's here yet. Jeremy, he sent me a copy of Krovaxian Codex, which is a new playable race for Dungeon Crawl Classics, Joey's sponsor. New playable race, new racial spells, new mercurial magic effects, and it's compatible with Dungeon Crawl Classics. And then
Corvaxian Codex.
Corvaxian Codex, and he sent me a tube full of a Pog Slammer for the game, and then a bunch of Pogs with the artwork on it, and they have the +1 luck on the back of them.
Ooh, he is a friend of ours.
Yep. So let me pull up. I know he gave me a whole list of, so you can get it. I have the link. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So I know Goodman Games is going to be selling the hard copies, and he's got an itch. You know, the website.
Is this? So this is relatively new.
Yes, I believe it was a Kickstarter that got fully funded, and now he is
available on for sale.
Yep.
Awesome.
So it says Goodman Games will be the only retailer to offer both the zine and the Pogs. Exalted Funeral will just have the zine. He says he has several zines left if people want to contact him directly. He also has Pog sets, but no more slammers. Zines are $10, and the Pog sets are $35 for the zine and the Pogs. So
I will check that out this weekend, and I'm going to try to look up. We were talking before the show about getting some Pogs made. Why not? Let's bring the Pogs back. Passion fruit, orange, and guava.
Since we are a role-playing game conglomerate / entertainment industrial complex, I can tell the story. So I actually got in a tussle with a guy online that he tried to make a RPG, and he tried to make Pogs for it, and he said nobody wants Pogs in the RPG community. And I said, well, actually, sir, I've been pretty successful with a Pogs in the RPG community. And then that's, I think, how I got Father Goose. It was like Pog Creators United.
Huh.
And then
Pogu.
I have a stupid Pog collection. And then I stumbled on at the bins at Goodwill. It was like the Pog official game.
Oh, yeah.
And like all the rules. And it was like, oh, cool. And I got it at the bins. I don't know if they have them where you are, but it's literally by weight.
Yeah. It's it's like the distribution center. We have like the regular one, and then a little bit farther away, you got to jump in the bins.
Yeah, and they're filthy, and like
you got to bring gloves. Yep.
It was COVID before it was COVID going there.
Yeah.
You like gloves and a mask and shit. But like you could pull out some real gems. I got that for like a couple dollars, and then had it for like months before realizing underneath it was a binder of Pog. That's
you didn't realize that when you bought it?
No, I just thought the way, because it has like a case in it, and it had all of the stuff that it said on top. It had tubes with Pogs filled with Pogs and had all the stuff. And then like not till I was like moving it and being like feeling something that I took it apart and realized that it had a binder in it that has like all of the original passion fruit guava, like passion orange guava, like inner tabs, like where it started.
Yeah.
So like the original, like all official Pog official ones, which made me realize when I was a kid how little original Pogs I had. They were all knockoff Pogs of like skulls with a shuriken going through its mouth.
Yep. Eight balls.
Snake and eight ball.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with the
eight balls, yin yang. I have like the bad boy, you know, like the drawing with the
t-shirt company.
Yeah, man, so awesome. I gotta go back down the Pog hole again.
Well, I know
I'm gonna get myself in trouble on eBay when I'm sitting in the tub Saturday morning.
You'd be surprised. Pogs aren't that expensive. Here, let me see if I got.
I got a line on Pogs. You're trying to get Pogs? Hayden has
You got a Pog guy?
Yeah, I got a Pog guy, dude.
What does an eighth of Pogs go for on the street?
My giant Pog.
Look at that food.
Yo, do you know that's what happened to my Pog collection in high school? Is we started smoking. These would make great bongs.
Yeah, I could see.
Into a bong. We had like a dozen of them.
I opened those slug ones, Joey, like the motion sickness slammers.
Yeah,
dude, they were sick.
Gorgeous.
I got a ton of those packs. Yeah, to get off on a Pog tangent, but I got my Shaq Pog on the top.
Are you kidding me? That's a great tangent to get on.
Yeah, Pogs are the best.
But
I'm just gonna manifest it. I'm gonna manifest it. Pogs are back, kids.
They've been
Telling
back.
you.
Yeah.
I got all the pogs you need.
So how about zines that we need, Maz? What do you got going on down there in the VHS vault?
Oh, it's time for me. Then it's time for
Oh, yes. Chef's kiss right there. Boom. Love it.
I can't gush over this enough. This is one of the coolest games, indie created games I've ever read and played. It's so much fun. It puts you in a vibe. The moment you step into it, it feels like you're stepping into Assault on Precinct 13 or Escape from New York or The Warriors. It's like a super simple D4, actually piles of D4.
Yeah.
Is another fun thing about it. And yeah, you just create a gang. And it's fun because in creating your gang and when you're with a group of players, you start to see that people really slink into specific roles of the gang. You got someone who's automatically like, I'm the driver. You got someone who's like, I'm going to be the muscle. Like, I'm going to be the tech guy. And it's just it's so simply perfect the way that the mechanics and the rules and the vibe all mesh together. Very simple. Again, like a lot of the art splashes are more like design based, like this, like it's not filled with lots of art. I will say that this second source book that he added, which is again, like this first one is a 20-page little mini micro with space, it's a nice spaced out, easy, like very, very little, like a lot of the, minimal art. And then he made the source book, which like expanded the mechanics and the world and gave you a map of this world that this game, which I believe is called Reaper City.
Reaper City. Yep.
Yeah. Reaper City, which is like so great. And it gives you tons of just great descriptive text about all the different gangs. Like Hank Richardson, the creator, who did basically all of this. I think he has an artist that goes by Pellet Factory that does like this minimalist art through it. But he just lays it out so thick. He had such a like well thought out and robust yet minimal world that he created with these games that I love so much. And on top of that, if that wasn't cool enough, it wouldn't be me unless I was talking about music.
Oh,
He made this cassette, which is soundtracked by his musical project called Speedway, which you can find this stuff on YouTube, on Bandcamp, on Apple Music. Speedway is one of my favorite modern bands. I love it. It's got
I'm going to write this down.
Meets Dirty Beaches, like lo-fi analog, yet not saturated in like dense reverbs or anything. It's got a really nice, accurate sound using the equipment that was used back in the day. It's very clear. Sounds like a minimalist, dark, John Carpenter-esque cassette. And if that's not enough, beautiful red and black packaging, red cassette. Homeboy made a cassette version of his game.
Oh, man. Really?
The rules, yes, packed in, dense, beautiful, has everything you need in the first source book in that.
Wow.
Out D4, which is what this system is, which is just fun and beautiful.
Oh, so you cut that out, glue it, and you got your own D4.
Yeah, and then you have your own paper D4, which is just absolutely it upside down, I realize.
No. It's a dice. It's all technically right side up, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. And just a really nice, clean inner sleeve. I've reached out to him when I got Deathblow. It was just something that I saw and was like, that looks cool, right up my alley.
Yeah.
Reached out to him being like, hey man, I got my copy of Deathblow and I have to tell you, like, this is such a great, brilliant piece of fucking indie RPG, like zine. I just am blown away. Like, keep doing you. And then Hank became the nicest person. He sent me this for free. By the time that this was coming out on that, I don't even know how you pronounce this Dungeon Synth label.
Yeah, the German one.
Yeah, Hummite, Derek
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hi, my dear catastrophe. Yeah.
You know how to say it? You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I was there waiting for this to release. Like they were like being like, "Oh, countdown and so many," and I couldn't get a copy. And I just hit him up and was like, "Dude, next time you get a nut, like that's so cool that you sold out so fast. I couldn't even get one. Next time you do a run, like please let me know. I'd love to like secure one." And he just sent this to me for free, and it's one of my favorite pieces of indie RPG media that I've ever come across. I love the game. It can be played really fast, or you can like really like stretch it out and have your gang grow Reaper City, and you can play for years, or you can literally set it up where you guys are just a gang like about to do a hit. It translates really well. It's really well done. Music, soundtrack, phenomenal. That's it. I'll start gushing about it.
RichardsonGames.BigCartel.com. RichardsonGames.BigCartel.com. You can get Deathblow for $10, and you can get the Source Book for $10. They got another game that I didn't see before that I want to check out.
Yeah, he did a call, or not call,
Crawl.
Crawl game.
Another beautiful book, and totally work. If you grew up with Crawl like I did, another inside where I was like, dude, this is such a sick, like, I don't know if it's licensed or not, but like it's clearly in the Crawl world, and it's beautiful. It catches all the different high points of Crawl.
Yep. And when I was in the infancy of getting the Neon Lords Kickstarter together, I actually like talked to him a lot, and he helped me like figure stuff out. And he offered up all his music I could use for whenever I wanted. Yeah, he's a solid dude. I unfortunately never used the music. I felt bad, but it wasn't just what it's like a little droney. Like it's awesome. I love the music, but for Neon Lords, I needed like a high intensity
you had 80s hyper metal.
You needed a shirtless saxophone player and a bunch of chains and flames.
Yes, chains and flames. I was looking at all the problems in the world. Like, I actually, unfortunately, have a disgusting amount of those RPG synth cassettes from. I buy them all from him.
You have them?
Yeah.
Of what?
All these.
He plays at the tapes, man. This kid's sitting on a pile of tapes.
What are you sitting on here, dude?
Dungeon synth tapes. Like, getting those I'm Out There Catastrophe tapes is like getting Taylor Swift tickets. You got to, they go as the second they put them out. I've missed out on every single one of them. But you can listen to most of them on Bandcamp. But look at those files. Look at it.
Yeah, I got Cassio Tomb one.
Oh my! What's that one? Is that the that's the Yeah. I got all NYC. But I don't have the tape.
Yeah, I got the games. He's a solid dude too. I talked to him a lot.
That guy seems really nice. He does all the Riso stuff.
A Cobalt one.
Yep.
A Cobalt one.
Dude, Cobalt's one of my favorites in that scene.
A Knoll one.
Who gave you these for free?
I bought these.
From Germany, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't read it. It's dark in here, but there's one. That's a Sam Hain, but that's not it.
Let me get those.
Okay, Joe!
I can't read it. It's dark in here. That's another one.
Yeah, sick. Let me get
Cobalt one.
Cobalt tapes.
No, I think I'm okay. There's a.
We'll bring a boombox to TotalCon. We'll put the black light on and just jam out to this.
The biggest problem is, Joey, look.
That's good.
There you go.
I got my cassette player, but there's only one tape that I only play in it. It's Walk Among Us, baby. It's the
man.
Only tape I play in there.
My first Misfits tape ever when I was an ice cream man. I had 3 tapes.
Wu-Tang Clan and Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang Clan.
I mean, if there's one tape to be like, if that's a tape to get stuck in your car tape player for sure.
Absolutely.
Actually, I think yeah.
Mommy! Well, awesome. Deathblow is a very chef's kiss pick for this month, Maz. Nice job there. Teddy G, what do you got cooking up over there in your bamboo wonderland?
So I'm going to talk
Polynesian
tonight
paradise.
about this set of
Oh, what is this?
1920s train hopping, hobo adventuring, monster hunting RPGs called Knights of the Road. They're by this creator called Border Charlie. And first off, I'm just a sucker for tiny zines.
Yeah.
And this is a player's guide, GM's guide, the conductor's guide, as it's called, and the monsters of the rails. It's a pretty simple rule set that's based off of Into the Odd. So it's a D6 system.
Yep.
Pretty simple, fun, quick character creation that makes makes creating this rail traveler really simple and fun. A couple of things that I really love about the player's guide is it's got this nice, it does so to slow down a little bit, one of the things I really love about this series of books is just how much, like, how rich they are with so little space, like using up so little real estate. They're just tiny books. The print is small, but it's not tiny. They're fairly well spaced pages and things like that. This is the weapon section that's really cool. It's got these nice little illustrations with a really quick description. There's a pistol, 1d6, looks cool. Rifle, 1d8, two hands, shoots far. This badass hunter knife is 1d6, scares enemy for one turn. So
I love it.
Switchblade, 1d6 hidden. It's like all you need to kind of get a sense of what this weapon is supposed to be like, what it's supposed to do. I love it's got a fun, simple vehicle combat rule, like set of rules, so you can do like old-timey car chases and bike chases and things like that. And I love the advancement rules. To level your character up, you need to tag the water tower in the towns you're passing through.
Nice.
And on top of that, the conductor's guide has this fantastic little map of a fictionalized kind of early 20th century America. There's so much in this map, not just the sort of locations. It's divided up into regions: the North Prairie, the South Prairie, Acadia, Marquette, and these all are sort of analogs for real world, Western United States. And there are tables for adventure prompts in these areas, but on the map you've got like the flying saucers and spacemen down here in like the Nevada area. You've got
perfect.
Like,
It looks like a cryptid map.
Bigfoot's up here,
Yeah. It's like real cryptid map. You showed that to me.
Yeah.
I've gotten that on PDF. I'm so jealous.
Exactly.
I'm in love with this right now. I would have done this if you didn't do this. Now, this is such a cool game, and I can't get it in paper form.
So
really? It's not physically available right now? You're ruining my weekend.
So I just before getting on today, because I know we had talked about it recently, it looks like it's on Exalted right now. So I don't know if they recently like did a new printing, got it up there, but you can. The set is available.
Yeah,
now.
When
At
I
least
look,
it was, if somebody confirms, but it was earlier today, I thought. So and it's highly recommended.
Skunkworks said it's available. He put the link up in the chat.
Sick.
Awesome.
Huh?
Oh yeah. What's up, Skunkworks? A loyal friend indeed. All right, I got to check that out. That's I think that might be my
Charlie. It's a really cool.
It is available on Exalted. You ever Ratty and Ken Teddy or whatever?
Yeah, I've been looking at that's been popping up in my feed a lot lately.
He probably has it too. Or what's the other one? Spear Witch probably has it.
Spear Witch has some awesome stuff. We could do a whole episode on the crazy weird stuff on Spear Witch. I'm going to put a pin in that because I did get something from them a while back that's pretty pretty.
They sell
fun.
Darkest Dice.
No, I don't. I'm not. The only place where Darkest Dice lives is Goodman Games.
I know all of them like wanted copies, and then they never followed up on it. But the name of the game. There's 1,001 Neon Lords wise. There's 1,001 like games out there. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not good with what's your wholesale price. I don't know. I don't know. I got to get better at that.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can talk about that offline.
Well,
I
there
mean-
might be other creators out there. That's what we're here.
Okay,
So
all right,
we are
so-
here for you. You in your basement. You whittling away at your passion project. We are here to help because we too were in our basement whittling away and still are at passion projects.
The big
There's a
thing-
lot to learn in the game. I'm still learning.
There's so much to learn, like, and it's all like, I learned a lot in trial and error for sure. Like,
Absolutely.
Oh God, yeah,
Oh
So-
yeah.
definitely.
yeah. So
Yeah,
The first orders of Darkest Dice that I did, I didn't know what I was doing. I just got a box of them from my local printer because nobody online would print them in that size. So I got a bunch of envelopes. I'm trying to save money. I broke even if that.
yeah,
I got dollar store envelopes, the small ones,
excellent.
and I stuck 4 of them in there with a sponge so I wouldn't die from the chemicals. I sealed them, sent them off to the mail, and people were like, it barely made it. Some guys sent me a picture, and like the whole envelope had exploded. I wrapped them in Ziploc bags and Scotch tape and put them in, and it looked like a wad of cash in each one of them.
Yeah, I honestly
it was
couldn't
a
tell you.
mess.
Couldn't tell you how mine came. I don't even remember at this point.
I mean, dude, I didn't even. I've been making games since I was in middle school, and not until I basically started hanging out with Ted, and Ted was playing a game that I had made. That Ted was kind of like, "So, would you ever like want to like make a book and a game?" And I was like, "Oh, Jesus, yeah, I didn't even really think of that. I needed Ted to tell me." And then we started making Don't Tell Mom and Dad together.
All right,
And
Joey,
it just happens.
how many copies was your original run?
The original run, I believe, was 1,000.
1,000. How much you pay for 1,000?
I believe. Geez, I got to think back. I think it was like it came to be like $1.50 per tract.
Okay.
So it was like $500, and you got 4 with each one, and that sold. I was blown away. They all sold out. Got a second printing, and that's when Joseph Goodman is like, I'll take it. I'm like, because it's not even a DCC product, and that guy is incredible. The percentage he gives on wholesale, nobody can beat it. It's great.
What do they go for? I don't like $5, I think, right, a piece.
They on the Goodman site. So right now, prices have gone up. So I'm selling them now to my Etsy, 2 for $10. So $5 a piece now. The process of making them in the paper that I was using in this printer.
Hey, you don't have to. You're preaching to the choir on this, Joe. You don't have to justify your prices.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know that, but but the thing is too, I also when I order them, I order extra, and that goes in my pockets, and I put them everywhere around town.
Yeah.
I'm still actively seeing them
So,
around
like,
places.
Wholesale, I would wholesale them at $2 a pop.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I gave him to over in Berlin there.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was my first wholesale interaction. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, $2 a pop all day.
But I mean, it's breaking even on them pretty much.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's tough with wholesale. I
Yeah,
mean,
wholesale you don't make much unless it's like a huge.
All you people out there that want to be a creator, we're with you. We all want to give up our day jobs and make games, but don't give up your day job yet, because I don't do this for the money, but you can't sustain yourself just yet. It takes time. I went through a phase where I was very frustrated, where I just this was going to be it. And then I realized I still need that paycheck to make these things happen. Don't base it all on money though, because then you'll fail.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, well, way to put a downer on it, Joey. It's all about
It's like,
the money.
you gotta work. You gotta
make.
work.
You gotta make.
you got to do it because you love it.
Michael
talked about this.
Bay the RPG, and you'll be set.
We talked about this, Brian, offline many times.
I know.
Just because you make something Don't expect everybody to beat down the doors to buy it, and don't beat yourself over it. But don't get mad at people that don't buy your stuff right away. You got to work.
Yeah,
you got to be a
You
huckster.
gotta hustle. You gotta promote more than you write. Unfortunately.
You know what? That's very well put. That could be the first article in the sewer rats bio right there. The memoirs. Say that one more time. I want to hear that again. That was beautiful.
What did I say? Oh, you gotta
promote
more than you write. Yeah,
you gotta promote more than you write. You really do.
You're half Ray Bradbury, half Carney Barker.
Yeah, and that's totally okay.
Yeah, there's nothing.
You gotta sell yourself a little bit,
and you have to.
You gotta send out a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta humble yourself. All of us. I know all of us. We could have grown up on the same cul-de-sac together. We still write to our favorites. You send emails you send cold emails to people, and say, "Hey, I mean, Brian, look at all the people you met." Yeah. Just from making cold calls and sending people stuff.
I do make a lot of cold calls, absolutely. I just actually cold called a video game. I don't remember the company to try to make a Duke Nukem RPG. They haven't wrote back yet.
Yeah. No, that's what you gotta do.
Look, you got your tape. You got your tape just because you made a nice copy. Hey, I like your stuff.
No, that was Ben.
That was above and beyond. I never thought just by genuinely reaching out to someone and telling them that it was cool that I would have gotten responses.
Yeah, he's awesome. Scott Thulu in the chat said Barnum and Bradbury.
Right. All right. Scott Thulu, hold on. You guys keep talking. I got to bring this out here. I got to show you what he did.
Yeah, as Joey.
Okay. Right on. Cool background.
So what's up with the fireworks? You got a little update?
Yeah, we were gonna talk at the when we started to do our plugs. They are done. The PDFs are coming out soon. We are gonna start doing pre-orders for a Black Friday sale that we will get into after Way Back Weirdness.
Excellent.
But yeah, the pamphlets are finished. We're looking them over with that final final eagle-eyed of make sure we don't do anything that makes us look stupid, but they're finished and ready to go, and we're really stoked about how they came out.
Hell yeah.
We hope everybody.
So I ran out of time on the pizza party last night, but my main man Scott Thulu, one of the nicest guys I have met since I started all the crazy stuff. Look what he made. Lord Blood WHPA. See that down in the corner?
Yep.
The WHPA. Lord Blood t-shirts featuring
so bad
Elvis Royale. It glows. Not only that, he got two versions. He sent me a box, two versions, and then we got Elvis as Lord Blood up on a stone in the cemetery. Crypt of Cool Saturdays at 10 p.m. WHPA. Can you believe that, guys?
Insane.
Yeah.
And this is all sparkle. He was experimenting with the new this black sparkle on gray.
Those are both awesome. I'm a sucker for the glow in the dark, but I'll
bring you some at Total Con. All right, we'll all parade around drinking pineapple juice and doing cartwheels. It'll be great. Well, that's definitely going to be a buy of mine. Knights of the Road. So that brings us to.
Way Back Weirdness.
Oh, see, we got a budget now. We got a budget. We got music. We're getting into transitions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of doing the Way Back Weirdness of this month.
What do you got, Joey?
From Atramentus Games. Zas Urkala. We are not talking like darkness and horror like Lovecraft or Stoker or that kind of stuff. All right? This is not like Grim Dark. This is not Blaze in the Dark. This is straight up Transylvanian Hunger, Her Ghost in the Fog, Cradle of Filth. Like, this is despair. This is this is survival horror incarnate. There is no sunshine. You are going to die. This is Hopelessness, the RPG. Have I sold you on this yet?
So
Totally
I'm in.
just by the front.
what's the rules like in that?
So the rules are very simple. So here you go. All right, here's the book.
I might have the PDF.
Just says die on every page.
Yeah, right. It's just death. This is 160 pages, but the actual rules really only take up the first 5 to 10. It's a 3d10, and you're rolling against despair and what's the other one? It's despair and I'm sorry, stress and doom. So basically, you have to roll under your stress, or like you buy special abilities with your stress, which give you extra doom points, and basically you have to roll under. You go psychotic, and then if you go psychotic, you start to die. But just listen to this. Your character in Zasar Kala, you play an Endling, a survivor from another world brought into Urkala by a psychic who died there. This dead psychic, referred to as the Eye upon the Throne, lives on within the Endling subconsciousness. This is weird. This is a weird darkness. It's a world of dead. Basically, you're in a labyrinth of dead psychics. So like there's kind of like Hellraiser vibes. It kind of gives me a little bit. It's just like an ashen wasteland of like here. I got to show you some of the art here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask for.
Yeah.
Is the interior art as oppressively bleak as the.
Is it? How do you spell
It's
it?
haunting.
X.
So you got stuff like that, but then you have the art, and I want to talk about the art in a second too. Like this is one of my favorite pieces of art, just like the glowing hand. All right, and the layout's pretty straight ahead. Like you get a piece of art almost every page. Here's like the middle layout. You have all these kind of tentacled death priests riding some like undead ox.
Oh,
Floating.
I'm here for that spread.
There's witches that are collecting babies, and they get their power, from consuming the baby. Like this is everything parents were worried about in the height of the Satanic Panic. Like you can't argue that this would turn a kid down a dark path. This is. I had this friend. He passed away, but like every comic book we went to, he'd be like to the guy, like, I want to see your darkest comic book or your goriest comic book. And if he was here, if you would ask for the goriest RPG, it's not even like over the top gory. It's just inherently, hangings and crucifixes and desiccations and all around this. You exist in this world because you exist as a subconscious of a dead psychic. I haven't played this yet. I'm really interested to see what an actual play would consist of. At this point, to me, this is just a beautiful piece of fiction that has been, gameized. So a lot of spell-based stuff, a lot of cool weapon. There's a lot of like when you roll up a character, you have to roll some backgrounds, and one of your backgrounds is your technology background, and you roll a d10, and it can range from your background could be like a Stone Age hunter-gatherer to Industrial Revolution to cyber to interstellar. So it just runs the gamut of wherever there was time, there was a bleak darkness. And the art, what I was saying about the art is the art is unsettling. It's rough. It's rough art. Like, this is the one I really like.
Yeah, it's kind of like or the scary stories to tell in the dark.
Exactly. Kind of like scary stories to tell in the dark. Kind of like that Hesher's notebook, that he kept in his backpack that he would draw during geometry. Yeah. But like he worked for like 6 summers after high school on honing his craft. But it still has that weird edge where there's just something off and a little unfinished about it. A very haunting book. Like I said, I haven't played it. I would love to, but this is not a game you just pick up if you've never played a role-playing game before. There is a rules light section where it really boils it down, but you have to have a game master that has read the lore and built the world, because there is a lot of lore and like spiritual science around it.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, go ahead.
SASIRKALLA by James Vale. And it just it was hard to find for a little bit, but before the show I looked it up to see availability, and I guess he just kickstarted again in September. So there's going to be copies.
I just put the link in the chat to the drive-through RPG. You can get the PDF for $11, a hardcover premium color print on demand for $35, and then he's got a sale right now. You get the PDF and hardcover for $35, but it's a different cover than you have, Joey.
Yes.
So
yes.
I wonder if it's like a newer edition.
There is a new edition coming out. This edition, I call it way back weird because how fast things come out. But this was 2018.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. I thought I got the PDF somewhere because I got like some weird RPG buddies through Neon Lords that we talk about like that game. So here's the big elephant in the room. How's it stacked to Mörk Borg?
Okay, apples and oranges. Mörk Borg, personal opinion here. Mörk Borg is cool. I put Mörk Borg in terms of a rule system into things that I really admire, like Into the Odd, Knave, Troika. Very simple rules, but very evocative settings. Mörk Borg is a beautiful graphic design project.
Yeah,
that's how I look at Mörk Borg. Mörk Borg is revolutionary in that it kind of turns layout and graphic design on its head. The rules themselves are the games that we've been playing for a long time. It's just I believe it's a reskinning, not only of the rules, but also the reskinning of how a basic role-playing game can be. To me, this is Mörk Borg is like, slimy and guts. This is far beyond. This is a book of true despair, darkness. This is like the ninth circle. This is like Dante's Ninth Circle of Hell.
Yeah, because
it's not just fundamentally. It sounds like mechanically the rules are more about it. It's more about making saves against despair and depression and horror, as opposed to it's not as much of a skill based like task oriented set.
Nope.
So it's imagine that's just a completely different playing experience than Mörk Borg.
Absolutely. Yeah, Mörk Borg is cool if you want to play a role like a fantasy role playing game with a dark lens over it. I would say, I think it's safe to say kind of Gwarish or something like that.
They kind of coined the doom metal RPG is what they call themselves. So
yes. When I hear you and Ted talk about obscure, esophageal metal,
excuse me.
This is it.
You dare say grindcore is equal to black metal? Oh my god!
I think it all, but I'm not going to say stand corrected. That stuff, all of that, lives in this. All of it has been affected.
No, I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's for lovers of that stuff.
I mean, even Darkthrone put out a crust punk album.
That's true. Yes.
That's records too. I will stand up.
That's interesting. That's a hot take. It's a good album. Transylvanian Hunger is like epic.
That's like
they have a lot of records.
That's untouchable. That's like on the shelf. You put that one in the frame when it comes to that stuff.
I said one of their best. I feel like as I'm thinking about all of their great records, that's an absurd statement in general.
But didn't they get involved with that idiot?
I love them.
No. They weren't. No. You're talking
They were not involved with that guy?
No, Varg Vikernes. No.
I think he did write a couple lyrics on their first record.
Yeah, but I mean, like he was like, that was before everything.
That was back when they were literally like 13-year-old kids hanging out in
okay,
all right,
middle
of nowhere, Norway. Yeah.
Because I don't like that guy.
Yeah, no, he's a bad guy.
So,
Yeah,
here
thanks
we
a lot,
go.
Joey.
I brought the darkness. I'm not gonna hide. There is a darkness behind me. So, that being said, those are our selections this month. We will post them when we post it up to YouTube. All the links to this good stuff. And if you yourself are a creator, reach out. We love to hear from you and maybe have you on the show.
Yeah.
And we can talk about your stuff and make you a couple clams so you
Yeah.
can buy a new bow tie.
Get yourself
Right.
the title of honorary sewer rat.
Honorary sewer rat. Well, maybe we got to get patches made up. We got to
Oh,
get patches.
Yeah, you know it.
We're definitely going to get patches made up. So when you become an honorary sewer rat, you can have the patch.
Absolutely.
We're calling this an RPG Megacorp. We need to make it one.
Yeah,
So-
100%. I mean, that was
Join the crew. We have an expansive amount of artists,
yeah.
creators, answer questions for you guys. We'll help you out. Yeah, like I said, we'll have you on the show.
The purpose of this is to advertise our stuff, but also provide connections and hints and tips to all of you out there so you can do cool stuff too.
Father Goose in the chat, what's up? We just talked about Crovaxian like a couple 20 minutes ago now.
Oh yeah.
And then Skunkwork says Megacorp. That sounds cyberpunky. Actually, it was more RoboCopy for me. That's kind of where I thought of the Megacorp.
RoboCop
idea.
Cyberpunk, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I know we're talking about ninjas.
we're
but-
splitting hairs on that, but
Cyberpunk movie. He's a cyber fascist in a punk world.
yeah, there you go.
Well, let's talk about ninjas. We're at the time we're going to talk about ninjas. Now, as we do in our group, we just say the thing
No,
and we just leave it open.
no, that was no. Isn't this one coolest?
Ninja Media.
Ad break, right?
Yeah,
well,
ad break for sure.
Oh, ad break. All right. Let's pay the bills. Here's what we're selling.
Who wants
all
to go
right.
first?
Right here. Darkest Dice on the Goodman Games website and on my Etsy shop. WHPA, sorry, partners, sold out, but that's going to be coming out again probably in January. I'm going to send that out to Mix'em, and so I can save on the shipping because I'm coming out with Weird Heroes of Public Access, Tales from Fairhaven Volume 1 that collects all that crazy stuff I sent to some of you in the envelopes, plus new stuff and contributions from all the sewer rats and TPK Zine down in Australia and Jared Wan. So that'll be coming out. And then I got my Paintings RPG book, June Manifestations. That's for the real weirdos out there. And of course, well, I should have gone last to segue into.
Yeah, I
Ninja
just thought
City.
about that.
And I think Timmy D is going to be starting an Etsy shop to sell more copies that he got reprinted of one of us, Sideshow Salvation in a Dystopian Dust Bowl for DCC.
I'm glad you got you're starting to get more RPG creators on the Etsy train. Like you started that trend. You got me on it, and it's nice to see Tim DeShane getting on it. I'm sure there's more RPGs on there, I would assume, right?
Yeah, I gotta get on there.
Yeah, you
It's
guys.
pretty easy. I
definitely
mean, I'm
got
not.
it.
They don't take a tremendous amount.
No, they really
of
don't.
funds.
And
And it's very simple system.
I actually picked up a thermal printer to print labels for it. And I don't know, this is like the stupidest thing to talk about, but it was like $60 and it just hooks right up to my Etsy and just cranks out the printing labels. And I just slap
I
them
gotta
on the
do that.
boxes. Yeah.
I got to do that. That's
It's
going to
worth
save
it.
so much time.
Worth it.
Hey, Kitty, what's the
Coming
cat's
from
name?
This is Aria. She wasn't stopping. She was lurking behind here too much. So this is the big fat chunky queen of the house.
All right.
Just
So you
need
got
to
a thermal printer.
Yes.
stalk me like a fucking.
Skunkworks says thermonuclear printer. Yeah. So like Staples had one for $300, so I was like hell bent on getting it. And Abby's like, you could buy them for like $60 on Amazon. And I'm like, no,
Yeah,
you
the
don't.
little thing, right?
Yeah, it's tiny. It's only like that big. It's like a 4x6 it prints out. And I got the Neon Lords logo I can put right on it through a little Photoshop magic, and bada bing, it's looks more professional than me handwriting everything. I know.
That is what I'm doing right now. Yes, I do need to fix that. But I'll tell you what, everybody out there that wants to give it a shot, Media Mail is your friend.
Absolutely.
You can send books, any amount of books in the mail
for
And-
about $3.77.
You can tell them anything's media mail as long as they don't open it. As I just
Put it in the box. That's the secret. Then it's harder to tell. If you try
Well-
to send a T-shirt in an envelope, it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they
yeah.
tend to open them up too.
yeah.
Well, I can't say anything about it, but if you wrap a book in bubble wrap and then tape non-media things to the bubble wrap, it doesn't make any noises.
Very good.
Just
Hints
for-
from the rats.
These are the
Yeah.
real, the
not
real
to
secrets.
not
What you
to
learn from
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Philadelphia boys. Show
Yeah,
me your
that's-
gold.
Shout out Don't Tell Mom and Dad, our RPG for big kids only. It's
Tilt that, Ted. Your
am I in the light?
yeah,
here?
it's just
There we go.
glare
That's
the little
better.
off the beautiful
Yeah.
mat,
Better.
the cover.
Yeah. So Ben, you want to give a pitch while I'm
Yeah, this is Don't Tell Mom and Dad. It's a super simple D20 system based around kids kicking it during summer break and having to save their town from supernatural threats and science fiction terrors and true crime, serial killers, everything. It's a game where you actually like flick cherry bombs at vampires and serial killers. You blast them in the face, getting home in time for dinner.
It's all about
Love it.
using kid logic to hop over fences on pogo sticks and, wrangle aliens with jump ropes and all kinds of, shenanigans like that. And we're super stoked to get to share that we're running a Black Friday sale coming up. So for the whole weekend, Friday through Sunday after Thanksgiving, we're going to have discounted physical and digital books in our store, along with a party pack that comes with our standard book plus super limited lightweight versions that you can hand out to the rest of the table when you play. We
Oh,
sell that
nice.
for we pull that out at just special occasions. Those are limited edition, but those are available during the sale. You can get your hands on it. And we're going to launch the pre-order for the pamphlets that we just finished up from our most recent Kickstarter.
Hell
Can't
yeah.
wait. Awesome. Well done, gentlemen. And the man from the future.
Yeah. So I don't really have anything to sell theoretically. So I don't. Oh well, I mean, I don't have any yet. I got I think on my Etsy shop, I got 2 of the Series 1 Pogs left. Book wise, I got a couple boxes. I got 2 boxes left that are going to packs. I think I'm gonna unload them there pretty easily. And then Total Carnage Edition is done, just in the editing phase right now. And then Total Con, I'm gonna have soft covers with a new cover.
Awesome.
A
Good
Total
news.
Con exclusive cover that we're working
Yeah.
on right now.
There's going to be a lot of Sewer Rats exclusive stuff, I think,
Yeah.
that we're going to be working on behind the scenes for Total Con folks.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
you'll have books available soon. Give everybody the quick pitch for Neon Lords in case somebody
Neon
who doesn't know
Lords
you shows
is
up there.
a gonzo vomit punk post-apocalyptic cassette futurism RPG. So it's
Bang.
80s,
Well-
90s trauma movie, like Ninja Turtles, Slime, Nickelodeon ridiculousness in 306 pages now.
Chop,
Uh-oh.
not
You got talked
Not-
into it?
a
So
piece
big.
of real estate wasted. The
No.
work of a driven madman with extreme creativity.
Every time I look at the layout, and every time I see something like a space that doesn't have anything in it, now I take like a fake Windows pop up and I put it there, and I just write ridiculous something stupid in it. And I just put it there.
The
Just
paper
so,
guy.
just so it just looks jam packed. I got little stickers, fake little stickers I've been putting out around there.
Nice.
Scott Thune
You
says-
definitely get your money's worth with that one.
Oh, it's gonna be sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one I'll show you. Did I show you the gun pattern layout? I know I showed Joey.
Gorgeous.
No.
It's
I don't think I saw that.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
No, I'm intrigued.
It's
Great for the visual learner. It's what all RPGs with ranged weapons should have in it.
yeah, it's essentially
Cool.
like a target, and it shows you the pattern of what the weapon will do to a target. So there's like a machine gun has all riddled with bullets, and the like recoil and stuff, and then the shotgun's got the main blast on a guy, and then the targets behind him have some, and then like there's like an old lady with her purse, and then like to show like don't shoot into melee, and then like not to hit the old lady, and like the flamethrowers got them all burnt up, and it's really cool. I'll show it to you.
Instead of reading 6 pages about how a weapon sprays or the cone, or it's like, no, this is what it looks like. So just use your brain, you knucklehead, and this is how it works. Perfect.
I love it.
Yeah, I just really like that. I like that layout a lot. I'm very happy with that. So I thought I showed you guys too, but I'll send it your way. But yeah, other than that, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just trying to think what else I got. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Well, I'm going to say this. Now the part of the show where it's the prize inside the cereal box. You got the delicious sweetness of the zines we just presented, and now you stick your little grubby hand all the way down and you pull out this portion of Sewer Rats Incorporated, our media exploration into the outre. And this month, as Mr. Maz has christened it, is Ninjavember. So let's talk about ninjas. I'll kick us off because mine is just a quick little flittering. Okay.
I thought there was a caveat though. I thought it was like
coolest ninja.
Coolest ninja.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Coolest ninja. Yes.
Because that's different. Because if you said,
I think what as a group we came up with is coolest ninja. So that's what I went with.
Yeah, that's what I went with too.
So yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm not out of line because I brought the coolest ninja.
Which is?
Did you though? Well,
in all of his glory. I won't say pristine, but pretty close to it. He hasn't yellowed too much. No, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 shuriken in his belt, we have Storm Shadow. My ninja of the 1980s. So many battles. When he was mine as a kid, he was always a good guy. I never really looked at him on the bad guys. I mean, he was always my first pick. When you open up that G.I. Joe box and you were and friends in the backyard, like, all right, who goes first? He would always be my first pick, and I never needed anybody else on the team if you got Storm Shadow for your first pick. That was like kind of understood. All right? Yeah. You get Storm Shadow, you don't get the pick. Everybody else gets two guys, and that's going to battle. Storm Shadow, 1, that's it. He's blessed. That's why you got that. Look at him. He's shaking.
Yes.
But, I mean, this guy has it all. You got your white pajamas. You got the wrist wraps, which we learned later on was covering up the Arashikage tattoo that he shared with his former friend Snake Eyes. And then I love what they did. He became a good guy halfway through.
I was going to say, school me on this now, because Snake Eyes was definitely a Joe, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he was definitely a Joe, and Storm Shadow started as a Cobra and became Joe.
So yeah, and I never got deep into the comics lore, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure they will. Yeah, but allegedly, I think it goes like they were both trained by the same master. And there was some sort of betrayal, and they became lifelong sworn enemies because it all came down to Zartan. Zartan screwed them both and made them enemies. Eventually, somewhere in the comic line, they realized that Zartan was behind the killing of the Soft Master, and they patched things up, and he joined G.I. Joe officially. And that's when he had the kind of like the gray and white camo cowl, and he came with the cool tiger claws and the compound bow. So I never seen any of the movies. I don't care to see them. I don't follow that. But I think that's a very rough brush of the lore. He started out as Snake Eyes' friend. They had it. There was a murder. Somebody got pinned for it. It was because of Zartan. They patched things up. And then I think he kind of played both sides of the fence. So that's my favorite ninja. I have a lot of favorite ninjas, but that's the one that really lit the fuse for me as a kid.
So Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes is essentially Sub-Zero Scorpion.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like that line, and I still pick them up if I see them. The Mortal Kombat GI Joes.
Yeah,
that
they
came
were
out.
awesome.
They're really cool.
They even did Street Fighter ones for the movie.
They did. Yep. Blanca was an awesome one.
Oh yeah, fantastic character.
My next.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Scorpion and Sub-Zero,
Taking it to the 16-bit.
yes.
Oh yes.
Is Shinobi. Mainly because I grew up playing Shinobi like crazy. I was a Sega kid, not a Super Nintendo kid. We can talk about that after I do my little spiel.
Same here.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a Sega kid. I mean,
Sure,
obviously.
we were all Sega kids, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah,
yeah, Sega did what Nintendo, and these
Yep.
games
you know it.
were a huge staple to me. I know that Shinobi has made tons of games. There's new ones, old ones, all over. But these two right here for Sega, these I've had since, like, I collect new, like, complete in box games, but you could tell which ones are my oldest because they don't have that and they're all beat up. Man, I have so many hours logged in playing this. If I'm not mistaken, this is, I think, which I realized in doing some research for this, a little more rare than other. Apparently, there's like 4 different versions of this one because this has Spider-Man, Batman, Godzilla, Terminator, Rambo.
So yeah, there's a whole there's
everyone in this
the
game.
whole story.
Really?
Yeah. So
yeah, there's literally you fight Godzilla in this game at one point.
And,
That's partially what I love about this is like his costume changes, whether or not he's Joe Misagi or whatever, and like his name and character changes. I'm pretty sure, but like one thing's for sure, he's fighting really cool and bizarre and weird bosses. He, rides horses and I think a surfboard in this third
yeah,
one.
like a rocket propelled surfboard.
Yeah, rocket propelled surfboard. The dude rocks magic. He's got like ninja sorcery. He throws shurikens like machine guns. He can hit you with slashes, dodges, jumps, mega attacks. Like this specifically Shinobi 3.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about.
Yeah,
Shinobi
like
3.
this was the one that like when we put this in Sega, it really felt like we were playing something that was in Sega Gen. Like the graphics were so above and beyond, and the parallax
scrolling is unbelievable in that game.
Like it was like crazy. We thought we were playing a 3-dimensional game. Like when we played this back in the day, and like super fun. Shinobi, cool style. See, totally different outfits in both.
Yeah.
He was always changing it up. He had tons of weapons, tons of cool magic. He even has a dog in one of them.
Shadow Dancer.
Yeah.
I do not have, I believe. I think these were the 2 that I played.
Well, I mean, yeah, Shadow Dancer is kind of like not as, it's weird because it's like a one hit and you're dead. So it's like it kind of strayed away from the traditional Shinobi life bar system that they brought back in the 3. 3 is, I would say, top 3 all-time best games in general.
Right.
Let alone on the Genesis. Even on the Genesis, like the parallax scrolling on it is insane. It's insane. Yeah, like I know like the big thing was like Super Nintendo had Mode 7. So like everything was like spinning and everything. And that was like the big claim to fame that like, and they had a better like sound system in it. And because like Genesis kind of sounds like crap sometimes, but
yeah, I'd like that. I think
I'm a Sega
like, lo-fi sound I'm obsessed with. Like I think it makes Sega.
Yeah, I'm a massive Sega stan. Like I will fight. I love Sega more than Nintendo, hands down.
Yeah,
it's 2 different worlds. Like the tone is totally different.
Yeah.
Like you bought a Sega game and you were getting yourself into like it was weird. It was weird stuff. It's like the dark corner of the VHS store.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo. Yeah, you know what you got. It's Super Nintendo games were reliable. You got them. You plugged them in. You knew what you're gonna do. But Sega games, to what you guys were saying, you never knew what kind of Genesis game. You would be like, wait a second, this is what? How many bit is this? How does this look so much different than this? It was like a million different like video game studios where Super Nintendo was like maybe 6, and each one of them was kind of similar to the other one.
Yeah.
Sega was always weird.
Sort of the same thrill as renting weird horror movies from the video store, and just the
Yep.
experience just
Get that
changing,
taste,
like
that
wildly.
taste.
Yeah.
There was Genesis kids and there was Super Nintendo kids,
Absolutely.
and there was different.
Joey,
it was
I
a
gotta-
different feel.
I got a game that we talked about. I just picked up for the Genesis. I got too much crap on my desk. I did pick up a copy of Flashback.
Oh,
Weirdest thing. That's another example, man.
Yeah, this game.
That-
I mean, I think
yeah.
I think it was on the Super Nintendo too. It was cross-platform, but this is like one of the first games I actually like completed all the way from beginning to end. Like,
Yeah.
Well, not on the Genesis maybe because Mega Man 3 is like my claim to fame. I beat that as a kid like religiously. Like I love that one. Skunkworks said Sega had Mutant League Football, and that is true, and Mutant League
I have
Hockey
Mutant
as well.
football.
Yep.
I've got that, man. Yeah. The Mutant League games were really important. Like, they were so good. Perfect examples of what Sega did that Super Nintendo didn't. Like,
Yeah.
that just grimy. I mean, I feel like Neon Lord,
Yeah.
I want to use that imagery because, like, it's a very Sega Genesis game, I tell people when they ask me about it. Like, yeah, it's the, the Trauma and the Ninja Turtles and all those things, but, like, it really gives me that, like, I don't know, Boogerman meets Mortal Kombat. Meets,
Absolutely.
yeah. Shinobi.
A pick and flick adventure. Earthworm
Yeah.
Jim. Yeah. Boogerman.
Vibe. Yeah.
Great choice there, Ben. Man, that brings back some memories. I think at lunch tomorrow, I'm gonna watch some playthroughs of that.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna. You know what?
And gorgeous.
If you get the Sega Genesis Mini, I believe Shinobi 3 is on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to. But they have a Sega Genesis Mini 2 that just came out, but I don't think it's on that. I'd have to look. That's the one that's.
Didn't grab me, the games.
No,
wrong.
but it's got Sega CD games on it. But
I got a Sega CD.
I know. I do not. I sold mine like
It
an
doesn't
idiot.
have Snatcher.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about Snatcher.
Right.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
Ted, you can go next.
All right. So I at first I wanted to dig in to find some like indie comic deep cut from the 90s, and I don't know, I wasn't happy with any of them. So I decided to look inside and be authentic and go with who I thought was the coolest ninja growing up, and that was Shredder.
Nice.
So
Master Shredder himself.
and specifically, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm a Turtles fan and the Turtles are the heroes and I'm rooting for the Turtles all the way, but like no one looks as cool or as badass in that whole series as Shredder. I mean,
Yep.
It's the like mask and the suit with like literal knives sticking off of it, and just the other big part of it is how formative the 1990 Ninja Turtles movie was for me as a kid. And I think like the entry, like the first sort of appearance of Shredder in that film, and the like where he's sort of like, hidden, not fully revealed, like it was just this huge imposing figure, especially for little 6-year-old me. But
Yes.
like even today as an adult, that movie holds up with more right than it holds up better than it has any right to, is what I'm trying to say. It's a fantastic movie, and like those scenes with Shredder were incredibly formative to me as a
Hiroko Saki.
and also I want to that not just
Hiroko Saki.
Shredder, but the entire sort of like world of the Foot Clan and their like ninja like runaway hideout with the like that was actually a huge influence on the map that I put together in Don't Tell Mom and Dad for the arcade module, because that's why I stuck like a
half pipe?
like a half pipe down in the in a black market down in the basement of the arcade. Was totally just my childhood fantasies about Shredder's Foot Clan,
Playing Narc.
Yeah, I will say that was one of the most confusing parts of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to me. Obviously, we're all within that age. That movie was so important. It was like, it wasn't even like a movie. It was so important. You know what I mean? It was like bigger than go on like every day or like 3 times a week. Like it was just like, how Ninja Turtles can you be? How many Ninja Turtles can we collect? This and that. But the movie that was so good and so like weirdly pulls off this like crazy heady task of having actual human Ninja Turtles in the world living in the sewers of New York and pulling it off. But the thing that was the most confusing to me is when they showed the Foot Clan headquarters of these skate punk kids. And like, I had such a confused reaction where I was kind of like, well, wait, like this is really cool. Like I want to skateboard with arcade machines and smoke.
Yeah.
it's
And
like Pinocchio.
Yes, exactly. The Lost
Yeah,
Boys.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like a Neverland place too. I mean, it's
you love and you root for the Ninja Turtles, but at the same time, you're like, I don't want to live in a sewer. Like, I want to hang out and like play.
Well, Shredder was cool.
for sure, and you get it. I forget the kid who becomes a foot soldier's name.
Danny.
In the film. Like, yeah, Danny.
Danny.
You're totally like
Never gonna forget
empathize
Danny.
with Danny. His dad's kind of a dick, and like, you
Yeah,
can go hang out. And,
yeah. I mean, station managers. Am I right, Joey?
And play video, play arcade games and shit. Yeah.
Like Stepdad Rick. So like, and like Shredder was cool because he was like, he was dangerous. Like Skeletor was bumbling. Cobra Commander was bumbling. But like Shredder was imposing.
Yeah,
He
he's actually a
collected
proper
runaway
villain.
kids and brainwashed them into becoming foot soldiers. Like there is a grittiness that we weren't used to, even in the cartoon. Like Shredder, he's literally all knives.
Yeah. I think a lot of the success of the movie has to do with how bad the Master Universe movie was.
Don't even get me started.
Because
I mean, that doesn't exist. I was even as a kid. No, like as a kid, I would have ate anything up. I ate all that junk food up. But when I went to the theater, I said, "This is not He-Man. Where'd Gwildor come from?" Like, you know, I wanted to see Webstore. I wanted to see Spikor. I wanted to see all the Ore guys. You got some guys.
Yeah, Gwildor.
Heard of?
Yeah, don't talk shit with Gwildor, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
Gwildor's sick.
Yeah,
like,
but he was never around. I watched 5 years of He-Man, Masters of the Universe, the cartoon, and Gwildor was never on it. So at least weave in all that time I spent invested in it. All right, out of them all, Gwildor's not that bad. And truth be told, Gwildor is the only name I remember from that movie. Okay?
Well,
yes,
yeah.
Gwildor is a cool character. I stand corrected. I'm sorry I offended. But I wanted to see the Horde. I wanted to see Hordak and Leechman, not these characters that nobody's heard of before.
Yeah, I mean, you know the whole.
Lundgren. Come on. He didn't even have he did have good hair, but I wanted the bowl cut.
I mean, yeah, the biggest problem was the canon films, you know, like the whole story behind Master Universe, like just absolutely no money, couldn't afford to make it.
I do feel bad for them. They were out of shoestring.
Yeah, beyond the shoestring, more like, I don't even know what's like dental floss.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
like they had a budget until they sent in their first round of dailies and then it was pulled. So like it started all big and grandiose and then it was like, this is what we're working on. And they're like, yo, hold the budget on.
Yeah, then they
like
cut
a hard cut down in quality.
That's why at the end, like the silhouettes in the final fight is because the director had to pay for it out of his pocket just to finish the movie.
Yeah, see, Father Goose agrees with me, so I'm in good standing. But
That's fine. It's all right. We're not talking about Master Universe.
Yeah, right.
Because that's a whole. Because that's like, yeah, I like it. It's not.
I like it as an individual thing, not as a product of Eternia.
Yeah,
but no,
it's.
I agree. I think what you're saying, Joey. Like by contrast, the 1990 Ninja Turtles movie and the other one, like the 1989 Batman movie, I think.
1989 Batman definitely helped with
huge
that.
comic book movies in that time that they
beautiful.
There weren't a lot that came back to that sort of reached the same quality as those for a while. But as a kid, expecting to see the Ninja Turtles or expecting to see Batman, that's what you got when you went to see the movie.
Yeah, you exactly. You know, your friends are there. You know, oh, these are the guys I know. Well put. Well put. I like how you brought that all back around, Ted. You're good for wrangling us in.
Yeah, we're
But yeah.
tangent.
Ryan, you got a ninja for us?
Yeah, I got the greatest ninja of all time. There was
We
this
just heard
guy
that a
in the
couple
80s.
times.
His name
I can guess who it is. I have a feeling if you're saying he's an actor and it's the best ninja of all time, it can only be one actor.
yeah, there's only one actor, but then it
Yeah.
comes down. I mean, we all know we're talking about the man Sho Kosugi,
Absolutely.
but when it comes to coolest ninja,
Back there.
I'm Pray for Death is my favorite.
Absolutely.
Sho Kosugi outfit. Not only is it like an insane talk about like push a man to over the edge to where he dons almost Shredder like suit.
Absolutely, man. There's definitely a connection there. And I was going to say that, but I wanted to put a pin in it because I was guessing that you were going to go with this. I watched it again today. I watched some clips today.
Let's watch it twice, baby.
And it was immediately the connection was this is where they got Shredder's outfit from. There's no doubt about it.
You think so?
Yeah, he's got a helmet.
I'm just being the devil's advocate. I think so too. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be right.
Listen, in my world, in Spaghetti Land, there's a connection.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think I don't see a date. But yeah, so like, I mean, Revenge of the Ninja is. I feel like Revenge of the Ninja is like phenomenal.
Yeah,
pull out
definitely.
the copy.
Yeah, I had it set up.
Excellent.
There you go.
Thing. This is the one I would have picked if we were saying like favorite ninja movie.
Sure.
Revenge of the Ninja is just where it's at.
Yeah. So movie wise, Revenge of the Ninja is more. Is more like. It's hard to say lighthearted because it's not really because it's all about smuggling drugs and like
and the
dolls and stuff.
Yeah.
But like Pray for Death, I feel like is a little bit more mean spirited when it comes to certain aspects of it.
It's brutal.
Absolutely brutal. Like they unrelentingly push this guy to the brink of like where he just dons a absurd ninja suit and decimates the mafia over
all because of a mistake.
Falsely accusing him of stealing jewels. Yeah.
Yep, and that was the best part of it. Jewels. It wasn't even a brick of yayo. It was a jeweled necklace, like some old grandma's, like estate sale thing. I love that part of it. It's like, and they put it under the floorboards. It's so Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Where that's great. But it's a brutal movie, and it's morally ambiguous as he just lets the guy, I love that scene where the nunchucks are stuck into the guy's hands on the log and he's going into the saw and there's no blood. There's no sound effect other than the scream and Kosugi's shadow walking out.
Yeah.
And when I watched this movie again today, I didn't realize how much it influenced Ninja City. Like every time I ran a Ninja City game, there was always like a street gang of kids that got in the mix somewhere, which carries over into the Little Bastards WHPA. But like that movie has it all. You have the little kid fighting the kids.
Yeah.
You got kidnapping, hit and run, the torture. It's like this is a dark movie. And when he finally loses it, of course he goes full on ninja with the hat, with the ninja star right on the front of the helmet. And it is the best ninja super jump movie of all time. So many awesome ninja super jumps in that movie.
Absolutely. And I forgot the name of the movie. It's like it's a modern ninja movie that came out. I don't even remember the name of it. Ninja Assassin. Yeah. Sho Kosugi's in it.
Mm-hmm. So it's a totally different taste for me.
Yeah.
But I like that movie.
Oh, it doesn't have the atmosphere of a 80s ninja movie by far. No, it's modern cinema, ninjas in modern cinema, which I'd rather take that than no ninjas.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we are due for a ninja resurgence.
No ninjas for sure.
Yeah. We're due for a rewatching of Shogun Assassin, realistically, too.
Yes.
Remake, just Shogun Assassin all the time.
The rewatch of Shogun Assassin. You just watch it every 9 days.
I could watch it. I could watch it every day.
Right. It's maybe my favorite. I think we talked about this before.
Ad nauseam. Yeah.
Shogun Assassin is like my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, not to bring it back to Shogun Assassin. I mean, there's some ninjas in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I would call that a ninja. You can call that a ninja.
I mean, it's a Chambara
samurai
movie.
with ninjas in it, which happens. There's a lot of crossover as someone who's obsessed
Absolutely.
with kung fu and samurai and ninja stuff. Like, usually it's a little questionable ethically, or
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
it's usually like Chinese films are doing something with the Japanese and not liking them showing up, and then the opposite, the Japanese films have the Chinese, like, and it's kind of like, ugh, I don't want to get into any of the politics behind that.
Yeah,
But
a lot of politics.
Territorial.
it's how you get ninjas and samurais together.
Absolutely. Question for you, Ben.
Yeah,
How do you feel about VHS cut boxes?
I have a bunch.
Okay.
I don't love it. I mean, so we can end with this. We don't. You're starting the hour here. But my video store that I grew up going to, Maple Glen Video, that was like what sold me on movies. Going there and looking at the boxes, they cut every box, which is a damn shame. But they cut box it. They put it in the clamshell. I have some around here close by, I'm sure. But when they closed, those were my first movies I bought as a little kid. Because like a Blockbuster, it was literally this, everyone loves Blockbuster TV show. The Blockbuster was the hand of Black Death to real video stores.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
These are the plastic cases.
right across.
Yeah, so like what they do is they might pray for death's a cut box. So they took like the original like here, like
They took the slip case.
yeah, like the slip case, like you see like how it's like they take the
cut
slip
it
case
up.
and cut it and put it into a plastic box.
into like the clamshell.
For rental.
Yeah, for rental purposes.
I have a lot in my collection too, because especially like in the late 2000s when like a lot of the like thrift store and flea market sales were coming straight out of old video store stock. You got a ton of cut boxes for
So
cheap.
I like them. I like them because you get like all the cool stickers and all the. I mean, like the rewind stickers, and you get the rental feel. But like, like for some of them, like I have Black Roses
Separate.
Huh?
I said I keep them separate because they don't match. I keep them together and they'll have like, it's a really funny list. If you see, it's like Enter the Dragon, Conan the Barbarian. You could see like 11-year-old Ben. It was like an Escape from New York, Enter the Dragon, Conan the Barbarian, like the ones that I bought from that video store when they closed down. Terminator, like it was all movies that I was obsessed with at that age. So yeah, I still have them, and a lot of times it depends on the quality of the cut as well. You can see
that's a good point. Yeah,
some video stores will hack those things up, cut them all crooked and fuck them up, and then some video stores like took a really nice time to like put a panel in, like make sure that it looks really nice. And I've got a bunch of those. It's a shit. You get stuff really nice for cheap because of that. Because people are like, it's a cut box.
Yeah, I don't mind the cut box.
I want to say I feel like the only time like a cut box is preferable over a non-cut box is if that particular tape has some particular like sentimental value to you. But
absolutely.
A cut box is all like having a cut box copy of a movie is better than having no copy of a movie.
Copy.
Yeah,
true.
Exactly.
I think it just brings you closer to the video store experience.
That's what I think too. But yeah, like my biggest thing is I have a Black Roses cut box, and like it's not like, I don't know, it's all right, but that's an expensive tape. So like a cut one, I paid not nearly as much for.
Yeah, right.
Like,
That's
less likely to display it in a real
fits on your shelf, and you got a copy of that movie, and you got it for way cheaper than some asshole paying maximum price on eBay.
Yeah,
Black this because they're a metalhead horror head who just cracks that itch.
it's a good movie though.
Yeah,
The practical effects are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ninjas though, let's what's some honorable ninja mentions? So what's another cool ninja, real quick, while we wrap it up?
Oh, I mean, I can't end the show without saying the word Ninja 3.
Domination.
Domination. I mean,
Only a
come on.
ninja could kill a ninja.
Yeah, that's
My
lore.
most watched ninja movie because this is a party tape to me.
Oh, absolutely,
party tape.
absolutely. So what?
You have friends over, you just throw this
Yeah.
on, sometimes sound off or whatever. And this is one of the like my top 10, like just chuck it in the background while people are hanging out. And anytime someone looks at the screen, they're like, "What is
Yes.
this movie?"
You could.
If I'm getting ready to go out on a Friday night, like that's what I'm playing in the background when I'm getting ready.
Yeah.
You could double feature Ninja 3 Domination with Miami Connection, like beautiful.
Oh man, I got to go back to Miami Connection this weekend. That's on my list of watches.
It's
If I get a free minute, I got to watch that again.
insanely awesome. It's one of my favorites.
And I like the American Ninjas too.
Dudikoff.
Yeah, Dudikoff. But like, so one other of my favorite ninjas is the Ninja Assassins action figure line from about 1986. And so it's Ninja Defenders and Ninja Assassins. The Ninja Defenders, they're about like 8-inch figures, and they got like cloth, and it's just they're basic ninja guys with a lot of equipment, and they have masks.
I used to have
But Ninja Assassins were the bad guys. And they had much cooler gis and hoods. And when you pulled off their masks, they were monsters. There was an insect guy, werewolf guy,
I feel like I've
a
had one of these.
cyborg guy, and so there's like a skull and muscle guy. And they were awesome. Ninja Assassins. I had the insect guy. Really hard to find complete because kids lost the cloth aspect of it. So you can buy just the basics. But they're incredible figures that have been lost to the memory of time.
The cards they're on is
my
insane.
God. One of the best card art ever.
Yeah.
And then also, I was a big collector, and I still have a couple of Ninja Mites, which were the ninja answer to Muscle Men. They're made by Panache Place, and they're little ninjas that are kind of like Muscle Men, and they come in black, yellow, and red. And they each have a strip of like glow in the dark paint on them. Those are MITES Ninja Mites.
Also, to get a little love for a lady ninja on the list, and to do a comic shout out, the Frank Miller Bill Sienkiewicz Elektra is a pretty bad.
Oh, good point. Yes.
Ninja entry too.
I mean, Ninja 3 Domination as one of the best
that is the
female leads.
That's a ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
She's a ninja.
Yeah, Jinx, right? Wasn't Jinx the sister?
Jinx, yeah, she's the red.
New York Ninja, yeah.
I gotta see. I haven't seen this yet.
Release Ted's other awesome writing piece of business. Do you guys have any more copies of this?
Those are long gone. Vinegar Syndrome might have more though. So
Yeah,
we did it with Vinegar Syndrome, and we produced their copies too.
I want to say Vincent still has the VHS. I got the.
They did a much larger run of them than we did, so they should have. It wouldn't surprise me if they had copies.
I'm pretty sure they do because I buy like I do a Vincent order like once a week. It feels like lately.
Yeah.
And
Now,
I'm pretty sure they.
I'm going to give an honorable mention. Staying in theme, I would say the other ninja game obviously would be Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, definitely.
That was what it was up to. I have the Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 as well on Nintendo. And like since we discussed it was going to be coolest ninja, I went for the graphics, the cool Sega Shinobi. But I have just as much time logged, if not more, on Ninja Gaiden.
I want to say
Ninja Gaiden 2.
Ninja Gaiden.
That
might be like the Nintendo game that I logged the single most hours.
Yeah, I that's probably up there with like Contra. Yeah, for me, like I played Ninja Gaiden a lot, and it was just really cool. The bad guys were awesome.
Yeah,
the cool. Remember the guy with like the scythe on the chain? He's like a big fat end guy. I really love the big bad guys in that game.
Level 1, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Prepped all of us for like the future and like true gaming. I feel like because it was the first game I remember as a kid where you were actually kind of like Super Mario, but in a way that wasn't platforming, but also like with violence, was like you had to remember, like, okay, jump onto this, then jump over the thing that he throws, then you can get a hit on him, then you run across the bottom, then you jump up again. Like, it was the first time where we weren't just button mashing, but we were like,
sometimes you had to actually like combine a move and like
stick to the wall. Remember, you could like stick to the wall and bounce to the wall and stuff like that.
Yeah, wall jumping. The big thing about Ninja Gaiden is, one, I always wanted the watch. The watch game for it was sick. Not really,
like
but
the watch.
Yeah,
like,
you remember those games? Yeah. But no, like, so it was hard, but it wasn't hard because it was just bad game design. It was actually the controls were tight. It was just hard because it was a hard game.
Challenging,
challenging.
Not like Ghost and Goblins, where it's just a suicide mission and you want to cry.
Well, yeah, because Ghost and Goblins, like, the main hard part about that is the jump. Like, you commit to the jump. Like, once you press that button, like,
I get frustrated even thinking. I love that game, but I'm so frustrated. I had a lot of bad experiences with that. How about you guys ever play Tenchu?
Stealth Assassin, of course. That was a PS1 like go-to.
I was like one of the first PS1 games I ever played, and it blew my mind because it captured that feel of like actual like Asian cinema.
Yeah, it was like
the colors and the darkness and all that. That was a gory game. That was really cool. And like the grappling hook stuff and the smoke grenades.
The dawn of the stealth game.
Yeah.
It was like Metal Gear Solid, Siphon Filter. Like,
I see what you mean. Yeah, like you actually had to rely on your stealth ability.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, if you wanted the newest system I own is a Dreamcast, if one of those systems like PS6 or 7 or any of them wants to get me to buy their system, they would drop a Ninja Gaiden, Shinobi, and a Bushido Blade and Tenchu, because like those games were both really freaking cool, but like graphically now they're like really rough. Like, give me a smooth ninja stealth game and a smooth samurai game where you can dice someone in one move. I mean, maybe the chat will know and be like, this is the game. I don't have any modern stuff, but like, those are what I'm looking for. Something that's really cinematic, like those games.
Yeah, cinematic.
Be like, yo, I am a samurai in this world and have my own style, and like the fights aren't just like slash, slash, slash. Like Bushido Blade, you could play someone and beat your friend in one move.
One hit,
like, well placed. Like, what?
Well,
and
yeah,
the blood spurted.
And they had like the bamboo shoots. Like, in certain spots, you could actually cut the bamboo shoots like every other, like you always wanted to do, like watching, like, I mean, even like Revenge of the Ninja in the beginning when he's in Japan, it kind of has that feel. Yeah. So
definitely good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what December will bring, but we will get back down to the rat's nest and figure that out.
Yeah. So December, I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't want to speculate on air, and then we pull it out and it's not.
Then we do something different. Yeah, they'll have to wait. We'll let them.
We'll do the behind the scenes stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah. Keep it behind the curtain, right, Joey?
It is behind the curtain, yes, but none of it will involve Ted. I mean, what's his name?
Damn.
Oh, none of it will involve what's his name? Ted, the guy that I can't stand.
Maven.
Santa Claus.
Oh, Santa Claus.
No. Tim Allen.
Oh, yeah. No,
constant punchline in my house. Anytime somebody's talking about a movie and you don't remember the name, you automatically have to say, "Oh, you mean Tim Allen's the Santa Claus?" That is an ongoing joke with my sisters and I.
Well, don't worry. There is a new one coming out. There's a new.
Daddy's already talking. I just read an article. He's talking trash about like what went wrong. We had too much money and we lost our vision. And he's saying that even before the movie even comes out.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's with Martin Short and Tim Allen.
That's a hard pass. Why watch any other Christmas movie when Jingle All the Way already exists?
Right. Yeah. And I don't think I'm interested in the new Christmas Story. Why you got to mess with it?
No. Did you watch 8-Bit Christmas last year?
I think I did, and I think I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. It's the NPH telling the story about getting the Nintendo for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Nice.
It's got a nice little feel to it. But it's no
Right.
Jingle All the Way, but I mean,
It's
then-
no Jingle All the Way.
it's
You're
no
watching-
Dial Code Santa either.
I mean, you can buy a
Batman
Turbo
Returns
Man
and
at
Gremlins.
Walmart these
Those are
days, or you could a couple
yeah, I
months
got
ago.
my Turbo Man's right there
Yeah.
somewhere.
There's a legacy right there. Who would have thought that 20 years later you'd still see Turbo Man in the Walmarts?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Father Goose said it's a fun movie, not great but fun. No, it's great.
Yeah. No, I agree with Father Goose.
Ben, yeah, okay, whatever. So then, what's your go-to? What's your go?
Batman or woman or whatever. Father Goose, I agree. It's
What's
fun.
your-
It's not.
What's your go-to Christmas movie?
Oh man, my real one, Long Kiss Goodnight. I
Okay.
watch Long Kiss Goodnight every Christmas. That's my Christmas
Yeah.
action. It's not Die Hard. It's
Die Hard's
Kiss
not a
Goodnight.
Christmas movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruce
Long
Willis-
Kiss Goodnight is much more. At least there's a lot of that like snowy like topography throughout the whole film.
That movie is phenomenal. Very underrated.
Back to movies of the
You
night.
guys remember the Christmas movie where the father gets shot in the first 15 minutes in the grocery store? And the kid like meets Santa and wants his dead father back. It's like the most depressing movie ever.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh.
Why did- Miracle on 34th Street, man. Miracle 31st Street and Christmas Story. You can't go wrong. Nice, wholesome Christmas movies.
No,
Yeah.
you got.
Batman Returns for me.
I mean, oh, nice. There you go. I gotta say, yeah, definitely. Beautiful movie. That's
Well-
definitely gonna be watched. And my kids have not seen it yet. They're gonna see it this season.
You
It's
gotta
a good-
watch.
It's a good Christmas movie. I really would stand up for the Christmas movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Not
So
only is it set around the time.
yeah,
but it's-
so Batman Returns is definitely more Christmas than Die Hard because there's the bats in the light up tree in Gotham. Like, there's Christmas is part of the plot.
Definitely.
And Pee Wee's in it.
Yeah.
And Simone. Pee Wee and Simone are finally married in that movie. You remember Au revoir, Pee Wee?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're married in that. That's the Penguin's parents.
There's no basement in the Alabama.
Yeah.
All right. Well, another episode concludes, friends. We could go on and on and on,
Yeah.
but we're going to save all that spice, and we're going to spice up the nice brujol in December for you and introduce some new holiday logs for everybody. So thank you for your time. Reach out to us if you're making something, if you want to sell something, or if you want some tips and tricks from the trade as we learn ourselves. Have
Yeah.
a wonderful evening. Ciao, paisans.
Peace.
Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland will be right back. But first, a word from our sponsors.